Hello and welcome back to God Lives Within. Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. Closing down my day. Just got out of the shower. Had a meditation on my heart for most of the day. Kind of a new way of looking at a certain issue that's been going on in society, a certain virus that went around. It just happens to be named Corona or Crown. It seems awful similar to the crown chakra. Seems like the enemy was blocking some people's crown chakra and throwing spell work, black magic in order to get this done. Just saying, there's a certain Queen of Wands out there, or a certain low priestess who's dealing with some serious karma right now. Serious karma. Not only that, she's getting tied up in the legal system. Because enough is enough. You can't just attack and prey on others to get your way, to get rich, to get energy, to steal somebody's God-given right and spot, torture them for their whole life, torture the family and friends around them, turning them against you. Sitting in the background, projecting evil thoughts on someone, such as suicide, over and over and over and over again since childhood. God said enough is enough. So just remember this message, because I know you're watching. You're a low priestess. You don't get the title of high priestess. You never will get the title of high priestess. Because you don't know how to earn it. We'll leave you to deal with that. As I've said, I believe I've said it here in the last few videos, I have forgiven these goons, these witches, warlocks, the call center, the hacker, all the ops they sent at me, online, in life, in person. I've forgiven them all. And let go of it all. And don't care about it all. My vibration is too high now. They will never be able to affect me again. Time's up, goons. You lose. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. I know you were listening. But you couldn't help yourself. Still can't help yourself. To this day. You know no other way. And now, you're the one with all the fear. Not me. I know what's going to happen in my life. I know it was written. You can't change it. I can't change it. I've tried. Not even death could change it. And you're going to change it? You know, we're put here on this earth to evolve, to grow our consciousness, and to have self-realization, A, of the oneness of it all, B, of the sovereignty of your soul from it all. And I'm talking about freedom from this earthly realm. I'm talking about freedom from this matrix. I'm talking freedom for eternity. And certain souls that have been ruling this world have chosen a different path. But they were necessary for this grand story to play out. They were necessary to drive you to God, to drive me to God. They were necessary to silence your ego. So we thank them for pushing us and poking us and prodding us our entire life. But guess what? Somebody woke up at just the right time. Wonder how that happened. It's not by design. Couldn't be, could it? I've spent my time this past 10 years researching, in the first half, and the past 6 years healing, getting closer to God, helping every single soul I could until I came to the self-realization that I wasn't showing myself enough respect and love. So I dropped everybody else. Not because I was mad at them. Some I had to block because they don't have any boundaries. Think they can tell you what to do constantly without any repercussion. Not knowing that I'm a sovereign high priest from the right hand of the Father, some call it, or the Mother, others call it. Really, it's both, so and it's energy, I don't care what you call it. So, I haven't even touched on the point of this video. I knew that was going to happen. But we'll get around to it whenever we do. So, finally on vacation, laid out all day, played basketball 3 times, listened to music, watched the ducks swim around, prepped and cooked food for about 3 to 4 hours of the day, and hung out with my mother a little bit for about 30 minutes in the car. started this book, and it's so profound. It's like a computer coding of coding for a computer. Like the coding, it's like the software, it's like the thing that makes it run. Is this book, when you read it, you can tell it's activating you. You don't, some of the profoundness you can't even put your mind around. But I've only read 10 pages and the introduction, and it's blow your mind kind of stuff that can only be channeled. Human beings are not capable. Normal human beings, no, ascended masters are capable. So let me make that distinction. So that book series started today. The first video was nothing but talking about it a little bit, but I highly recommend it. I'm gonna make it this what do they call it, your header, your picture, or whatever, the cover of the book, the Sophia Code. The Sophia Code by Kaya Ra. Kaiara. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, girl. I'm gonna have to listen to some videos and get your name right, I know that. Anyway, a true hero. One like you've never seen before in your life, she is. The true divine archetype of the Divine Mother. I mean, I've called it this whole awakening, these past 10 years, I've called it the women blowing the men out of the water. As far as doing the work, as far as ascending, as far as teaching, as far as spreading love, embodying their sovereign divinity with beauty and grace and elegance that the man has beaten out of them for the past 2,000 or more years. Sickening. A woman can't be a priest. What are you people talking about? Your rules make no sense, never have. You ran around with your crusades. Now you hide behind your corporations. It's not gonna matter though. Those dragons are gonna get you. You can go to your little bunkers, hide in the hills, go wherever you like. How are you gonna run from a dragon? I don't care who thinks what about what I'm saying. Don't give a crap. Never have, never will. When that fire comes to earth, you're gonna regret everything you've done. And the people are all gonna know who came to earth and saved them. They can call it whatever they want. Jesus, Muhammad, Darth Vader, it does not matter what they call it. It is the Almighty God saying enough is enough. What you've done to her children is top of the list. Now the list goes on for millions and millions of items of what you've done to God's people. Millions. You had it all sealed up. You just needed the one more chess move. But God said no way. Thought you could outsmart the Creator, the one who created everything. your greed is a very ugly trait. A lot would say despicable, demonic maybe they would say, but you would probably like that word. As I've said before in these past few videos, this is a new Brian, one that no longer is going to be reading from paper, unless it's a book reading to help those that are illiterate. Other than that, the script is gone. We free flow now in the moment. We'll be channeling later all of those angels that have been helping you the whole time, helping me, helping us all. Especially the chosen, though. They've had it the worst. It just is what it is. It's not some grand title to be a chosen. It took my life one time. It almost took it multiple times after. It's not some easy walk. I signed up for it before I came. As you'll hear all the masters tell you, we came here for this, to stop what's going on. We came here to change the tide to a new earth. We came here to spread peace to Mother Gaia and start treating her correctly, like the divine goddess she is. Stop chopping down all her trees and forests where the best natural energy on the earth lies, where it could heal people within minutes. But you just keep chopping and chopping and chopping. There's no room for trees or forest anymore. There's only a few left. But we're gonna change that. Do I know how yet? No, and I don't care how. God knows how. I yielded a long time ago. I just had to learn the way. As the real Jesus came to teach the way. Now the rest of you can run around earth telling everybody else in the other religions that you know what's truth and you know what's right and blah 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 blah. Keep feeding that spiritual ego, telling people this and telling people that. The walk with God is an intimate relationship between two souls. It does not tell anybody else what to do. It only illuminates the way. It submits to the free will of every sovereign being on the planet and every sovereign being in the heavens. It asserts its divinity in human form. When others choose the intercessor, choose the idol, the false idol, choose the things the Matrix feeds them to stay distracted. But it's their choice. We love them no matter what. And so we come to the entire point of the message 20 minutes in. I knew it would come sometime, which is a very important word for this society at this time due to the crazy corona that was running around during 2020, freaking people out, making them go get poked in their arms countless times, horrifying family members that chose to not get poked in the arm, who were desperately trying to inform, trying to save, trying to rescue their friends and family members. All to be shut down by the program, by the lies, by the manipulation from the leaders of this, or so-called leaders, the bureaucrats, the taxmen, who are all aligned with corporate America, had you lockstep, had you stuck in fear, and manipulated you to do exactly what they wanted. And B, Big Pharma was aligned with your Mr. Fauci. I know I'm saying it wrong, I don't care. Mr. Faucet, Mr. Leaky Faucet, Mr. Squeaky Faucet, Mr. Tony, Mr. NIH, Mr. UNC, Mr. Wuhan Lab, telling you what you should and shouldn't do, informing you that you really didn't even have a choice, you were going to kill people, informing you how bad of a person you were if you didn't go with their agenda, telling you outright lies on statistics of how safe it was, even though it was labeled experimental and rushed to market. Does any of this make sense to you? Looking back, no, it does not. So, we fought like hell, trying to help our family and friends to no avail. A lot went out and did it. A lot learned after the first time. More learned after the second time. And so on and so on down the line. Some have gotten 5, 6 shots, boosters, flu shots, more, on top of whatever medicines they were already taking, thinking they were doing the healthy thing, the safe thing for everyone, and preserving the length of their life. Well, what I knew the whole time is now mainstream. But I still have a family. Well, I don't know their true feelings on the matter right now, but I still have a family that went out and got 4 boosters or however many boosters. So I know what's going on inside their body. I know what the spike protein is doing to them and will do to them in the future. And so what do I have left that I can do? Love them, pray for them, go to God about it. Because pointing the finger, saying I was right, saying, why did you do this? Getting upset, screaming at them, getting mad that they shortened their lifespan, maybe. Getting mad that they called you all kinds of things and laughed in your face. And have for almost a decade now. No. We are from a divine, unconditional, loving mother. We're going to love them. We're going to have compassion for them. Because we don't even have to deal with what they have to deal with now. Just the thought of it not being safe and being a trick is frightening enough. But then to deal with the bodily consequences of whatever that thing does to them is another thing they have to deal with. So I don't think as loving individuals, human beings, friends and family members, we have any ground to judge them. They were manipulated, as governments and propaganda artists have manipulated for centuries. Therefore, we open our hearts. We try to mend the relationship. And we love them the best way we can. And enjoy the time we have left with them. Unconditionally. Because just like I was getting manipulated with black magic, they were too the whole time. They did. Everything they were sent here to do on this earth. They knew what they were signing up for. They came down and they served their mission to God. Even though there was a suicide bomb at the end with a poke in the arm or 4 or 5. They knew that before they came. They won't ever come into this remembrance of who they really are until they leave this physical earth plane. But then they will know what I'm saying right now is the truth. I have no reason to lie. I only have love. So you will see in the future me vibrating even higher when my twin flame comes in. This is what these witches have been up to, is blocking me and my divine counterpart. For it's written in the stars what's going to happen. It's written in our astrological birth charts. It's written in the sky for all to see, if you know where to look and how to look. So this channel is going to take you all over the cosmos. This is the early part. I don't know, I've been doing this about a year, 3, 4 months, 5 months, something. This is the early. This is the beginning of this channel, really, right now. With a brand new awareness, consciousness. I no longer have to think. I no longer really have to worry about what I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about healing. I'm going to get more spiritual gifts from the Divine Mother to heal. And I'm going to wake as many souls up as I can and rebuild as many lives as I can while I'm here. It's the only reason I came. It's the only thing I care about anymore. I don't care about making money. I don't care about having money. I give it away whenever I get it. I could care less about it. It's the dumbest invention on this planet. Do you know how many currency wars there have been on the US dollar? That dollar is not worth a quarter without the bankers propping it up. Who owns the earth? The bankers. The banksters, excuse me. The money changers, the money men. Always have, always will. Whoever's got the money. It won't always be that way, but well, who knows how long it'll take into the age of Aquarius to get rid of this stupid idea. A lot of angels will tell you it's not stupid. It gives us something to look forward to, an incentive to live, but it's totally unnecessary. We can do all these things without it. Easy. Easy money. We don't need oil. We don't need these banksters. They can all shut their doors like they're already doing. In fact, we don't need doctors unless they're going to treat people with respect. Not force people to put stuff in their arm they don't want to put in their arm. That's how you're going to act. We don't need you anymore either. Absolutely ridiculous what some people acted like during this whole process. Like true heathens. True tyrants. Dictators. Russia. Russia's not the threat. It's your own government that's the threat. They're always pointing at somebody else, stoking fear. They're the most hated people around the earth. And they're running your government. These demons. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and wickedness in high places. This goes deeper than the human being. These are fallen angels that have been manipulating this earth plane for energetic purposes the entire time, to steal your birthright and block you from God, to try to take over the earth. And they got 99% of it. Just can't quite seal the deal. We'll fall back and go back to the long game. And we'll see you in 1,000 years is what's going to happen. Some are going to die that need to die. Witches, get ready. You're up first. And some are going to fall back because they know what's happening. And they know what prophecy is. They know that there's another battle later on down the line. For it is written as well, we already know what's going to happen. Our Divine Mother created it all for your good, for your entertainment, for your love, for your experience, for your sovereignty and true divinity that they've kept locked up in that Vatican basement. It's all coming down. All of Satan's system. The beast, the mark of the beast system. The system you've been living under your whole life. They have their hooks into everything. Every government, top to bottom, including district attorneys and lawyers. They have police. They have for a long time. They have CIA who filter into the news and give you those propaganda pieces to influence your vibration, to hold you captive through fear, to keep you stuck in your root chakra. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They've used energy weapons on me, been breaking out in rashes for years now, amongst plenty of other things they've done. But does it look like it bothers me? Does it look like I'm even thinking about it? Ask yourself. Does it look like I'm going to die soon because they're throwing black magic at me? Ask yourself that. Low priestess. Is that the strongest magic you've got? I think they got the wrong girl. I think they got the knockoff, the old version of the low priestess. You deserve the things I'm saying to you. You deserve a lot more. But the Divine Mother told me to leave it to her. I think she's going to enjoy what she's going to do to you. So, and I think after generation and generation and generation and generation going back to the same family, I think you deserve it. Guess what? The Divine Mother saw it all and has waited for you to change your ways the entire time. That's how unconditional her love is. Thousands of years since the days of Atlantis and then on through Egypt. where the true mystery school started. Well, I got news for you, Low Priestess. We're heading back to the days of the Divine Feminine, not the Low Priestess. You won't make the cut because of your wickedness. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. Seems like all those words we've been hearing, those little catchy little phrases that you remember from the Bible, all starting to make sense towards the end of the show. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. We will all walk through the valley of the shadow of death before it's over. In this lifetime, and very soon. If you haven't already, you will be. You gotta be refined by fire in order to make it through the fire. Or you better stay your ass inside and let God do its work. Anyway, this video is way too long. Maybe nobody listening this long. I'm gonna get off of here and get some more rest and soak up this bliss that can only be found with God. And I haven't even gotten all the way to the bliss I'm talking about. When you raise your kundalini, a whole chemical reaction happens. I've gotten very, very close twice. One time a health problem stopped me. The second time, while on a mountaintop. But it's gonna happen. You don't even have to think about it. I would tell you when it's gonna happen, but I'm not going to. Because when you get to this stage, the only time you're telling people information like this is to help them. And so now is not the time. We gotta leave the suspense for the cross watchers. We gotta leave them in the state of fear they left us in for 2,000 years. This is the beginning of their tribulation, where the tables are turned and they watch the saints go marching in. They watch God's people be guided home by God's people to God to become better people of God. And they do everything in their power to make this happen, including coming to Earth when they did not want to. I think you'll notice a trend in Ascended Masters. Although they enjoyed this experience as much as possible, I have yet to see one say they are coming back after this. and I'm on that list as well. I will not be returning to this earth. I will be going to my own earth. Once again, religious people, I don't care what you think about what I just said. It makes no difference in my life what you believe. Stop trying to spread your bullshit around the world. You don't know what you're talking about. I used to be one of you. I know exactly what I'm saying. When I got saved, I felt the Spirit come on me. Yes, religion can work if you are working on yourself. If you are pointing the finger at others, your religion don't mean nothing. And that goes for every soul on this planet. Religion can be the best thing on this earth, and it can be the exact opposite. Don't blame it on God, what you do, what your free will chooses. Quick to blame God for everything. Quick to blame people in your life for the thoughts that are coming into your mind when you know nothing of the thoughts that are coming into your mind. You don't even know where they come from, because you don't know thyself. Which is what Jesus came to show you. The proper way, the proper frequency to know thyself. To become the sovereign divinity you already are and always were. The eternal soul inside your meat suit. It is inside of us all. An eternal soul. Guess what? Religion doesn't teach you that. You know why? To keep you trapped. So I'm not saying if you're religious or go to church that you're a bad person. No, that's not what any of that meant. Doesn't mean you've been living your life wrong the whole time. No, that is not what that meant. It means you cannot put words around what God is. You cannot write a little fairy tale to accurately portray the majesty that is our divine mother. It's impossible. Only she can do that. So what you believe from the age of Pisces ain't what you gonna know in the age of Aquarius. It's two totally different beings, two totally different ages. You either adapt and evolve, or you go back, Jack, do it again. Wheel turning round and round, you go back, Jack, do it again. Sorry, my throat chakra is a little out of alignment, but I'm gonna bust right through that. I'll be doing videos for centuries. Not sure if I'm ever gonna die. There's a lot of work to be done. Not only on ourselves, but on how we treat others. There's a lot of work to be done. Rebuilding lives in the physical sense, homes, cars, food, self-sustainability, communities of loving individuals who help one another, who grow food together, who pray together, who meditate together, who breathe together, who love one another unconditionally without judgments. It's the age of Aquarius, people. I love you. God loves you more. Take care.